The biggest event in ultra running starts next week. There are going to be some epic battles and some very interesting race entries. Let's get to it. First off, Jim Walmsley, who won UTMB in 2023 but was a DNF last year. He will not be running UTMB this year, surprisingly. However, Jim will be in Chamonix, and you'll have to watch to the end of the video to find out exactly what he's doing, but it's very interesting. Let's start with the big one then. The big dance starts at 6 p.m. on Friday, and there will be an absolutely stacked field, as ever it seems, at UTMB. Newcomers will run alongside previous winners and those coming back to try and improve on their previous times. Unfortunately, it looks like last year's surprise winner Vincent Bouliard will not be back to defend his title. He's had rather a mixed 2025 with a DNF at the Western States 100 but a solid third place at the Chianti Ultra Trail, only behind Kilian Jornet and Jim Walmsley. The big battle of the entire race could arguably be between two British runners, Tom Evans and Jon Albon. Tom, of course, was a third place finisher at UTMB in 2022. He won CCC in 2018 and he came first. He won Western States in 2023. Jon won CCC in 2023 and was sixth at this year's Western States. So that could be an epic battle, one that I'm really looking forward to seeing. After 2 years of DNFs at UTMB, Tom is absolutely determined to crush it this year. He really wants that UTMB title to go with his Western States title. He's been far more specific in his training this year. He's been out in Chamonix for quite a few weeks now. Jon, on the other hand, will be making his UTMB debut. Arguably, he's more experienced at the shorter distances, but he lives in Norway. He trains with Kilian. He is an absolute monster in the mountains, as he proved this year with his win at the UTS 100k and his second place at Trans Gran Canaria. Both he and his wife Henriette told me that this is where they want to be.
UTMB then, so is that going to be this year?
Yeah, I'm qualified, and now I'm qualified for next year too, because we've used ChatGPT to analyse the UTMB qualification process, and we believe that I have 17 stones and 4 mountain goats and 2 peaks. So I'm officially in, and my company. No, so yeah, I'm in the UTMB this
Jon
year.
is good.
What about you?
I need to qualify by the end of June for this year's UTMB because I went to Mallorca but it got cancelled, so I got an extension on to qualify. As competitive athletes, we want to be where the competition is, and at the moment, UTMB is it. That's the main ultra event, and until there's a good alternative where there's going to be a load of elite athletes, UTMB is going to be where they are.
Yeah.
By the way, please do try and watch to the end of this video. Remember, I'm going to be telling you exactly what Jim Walmsley is going to be doing at this year's UTMB week. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that now. It may well be an absolutely epic battle between the two of them, but they will be pushed all the way by an absolutely stellar field. Previous winner and another mountain crusher, François D'Haene, will be back for another crack trying to get his 4th UTMB crown. And last year's CCC winner, Hayden Hawks, is bound to be right up there as well, despite saying to me last year when I interviewed him that he wanted to get Western States done first.
Where's your priority lie, Western States or UTMB?
I'm still very much on the Western States train right now. Western States is my goal. I've been second and third there. I definitely want to get that first place there at Western States. That race I feel like suits me. It suits my strengths better. I love the race, the community, the area. So I'm definitely going to go back to Western States next year and focus on that. That will be my goal for next year again. And then yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, everybody keeps asking me when I'm going to do UTMB, and I said I gotta do Western States first, you know. After that, yeah, I'll probably be keen on doing UTMB after that.
We can also never rule out Germain Grangier, third in 2023, and the absolute legend that is Ludovic Pommeret, who at 50 years old is still winning races, shown by his 2 wins at Hard Rock in 2024 and 2025, and his 5th place at UTMB last year. Other British interests to look out for: Tom Joly and Josh Wade, both stellar British ultra runners and both with previous top 20 finishes at UTMB. Both will be there on the start line on Friday. And who knows, if we see the same carnage overnight as we did last year, we may well have a completely new face at the sharp end coming down the hill from La Flégère next Saturday afternoon. In the women's race, it's tempting to say it's a lot more cut and dried, simply because the big name on everyone's lips is Courtney Dauwalter. Back in 2025, after watching Katie Scheid beat her own course record at UTMB last year.
Are you feeling bad you're not running, or are you glad you're not running?
Oh, it's so fun to be cheering.
With Katie not defending her title, the only name I can realistically see challenging Courtney is New Zealand's Ruth Croft, with a win at Tarawera 100k this year. She also finished half an hour behind Katie Scheid to come second at last year's UTMB. So it's not impossible that she could mount a challenge this year, especially if something goes awry with Courtney's race. Other women to look out for this year, though, include this year's Western States winner Abby Hall from the USA, Emily Hallgood from Zimbabwe, who won this year's Canyons 100k, and Katharina Hartmuth from Germany, who came second at UTMB in 2023. And I'm going to include Henriette Albon here too. She absolutely crushed the 130k Trans Gran Canaria Ultra in March, and then went on to win the UTMB Trail de Saint-Jacques 100k in June. Now, in contrast to another absolutely stacked UTMB field, the men's CCC race is devoid of any really big names, and there's also no British interest, which is odd. There's usually someone in there to follow. So I'm going to jump straight to the women's race, where we do have 2 big UK runners to keep an eye on. Ellie Davis has been making a name for herself in recent years. Winner of the ARC 50 and the UTS 50k, she'll be looking for a decent finish at CCC following her DNF in 2023. Then there's Fee Pascal, 5th place at Western States this year and winner of the Chianti Ultra Trail 100 miler in March. Expect both girls to be right up there come Friday evening. So what will I be doing next week? Well, I will be in Chamonix, and I'll be lining up at the 15km ETC race. It's one of the more recent additions to the UTMB week. It's a 1200 metre climb up out of Courmayeur and then back down into Courmayeur to the finish. My wife did it last year. She says I'll really enjoy it. So a little bit of an easier running week for me. I will also be lining up alongside Jim Walmsley's wife Jess, who is also running ETC this year. Then on Friday I will be out hopefully all night following the lead men in the UTMB race, and looking forward to a right royal British battle between Jon Albon and Tom Evans. So we'll see how that goes. The other race which forms part of the UTMB World Series finals is the 54km OCC, which does look like it might be quite interesting this year. Firstly, British interest is provided by Chris Jones, winner of the 50k UTS race this year and also the ARC 25. He came 6th last year at OCC. I'm sure he'll be wanting to improve that position this year. But the top seeds for this year's OCC will be the winner of Transvolcania and CCC in 2022, Peter Engel, so a big name there. But also Jim Walmsley will be lining up in Auxerre to run OCC, the 54km race, so a little bit of a different one for him this year. It will be very interesting to see how that turns out. OCC is the race I ran last year, so if you want to see what it looks like, please click this link here. I will join you over there in a second. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that now, and I will see you guys on the start line next time. Take care, bye bye.